Hello. We're back. Now I'm just gonna test again as usual. I'm just gonna make sure that live works properly. We test on YouTube. Alright, Twitch seems fine. Is YouTube fine? I don't know. Yep, we're good. So basically, I've been doing a lot of fishing, and funnily enough, that's how I've been repairing my Paxel. My Paxel is almost back to full. That's how much I fished. And we're just gonna continue in doing that, and then once that's taken care of, well, I'll be heading. Hi Silas, how you doing? We're taking down the pyramid scheme. At least that's the plan for today. And also fishing. Once the Paxel is almost broken, we're gonna go back to the pyramid scheme. Well, doing good, doing good. My biggest problem is almost always the fact that I'm always struggling with storage space on my PC, and that basically means okay, I need to edit just to free some space. And I should be good for at least a day or two now, but doing good. Like honestly, this phase is keeping us so busy. Like I wish I'd be able to do more when it comes to breaking down the pyramid scheme, but there's just so much we need to do with the end of phase quests that originally I thought that we were gonna be doing a Vert's team building class today, but no, it's been delayed. I don't know it's delayed until to when. I just know it's not happening today. Yep. I'm not gonna go. Like it's my Paxel is not fully repaired, and I really want to speedrun the progress on the pyramid scheme so I can go back to fishing because we've got a few fishing related quests, and I probably I want to prioritize the quests, but like I'm using the fact that I can just use the fishing as a way to just get mending repairs on my Paxel, and once my Paxel is almost full, I figured that I should take the time for that. By soon, if you mean today, possibly. If you mean this week, for sure. Like, I think that we're probably gonna be doing both today. Because, like, if I had to guess, especially if I'm gonna be quick with the Paxel breaking, we're gonna be moving on to fishing. Like, after probably an hour to an hour and a half. To be fair, like, I thought I still had a lot, well, there's still a lot left for the pyramid scheme, but it's going better than I thought. We made some decent progress, actually, but oh my god, there's still a lot left. Not gonna lie, it doesn't. It helps me a little of the fact that I don't necessarily have a lot of games installed. Almost all of it is just footage. Because like if I'm not streaming when I'm on Camp Cobblemon, I'm recording. That just means I've got a lot. Oh right, Jaiba started a casino, and that's where I was. That's where I was last time I was on, and basically I became a loan shark. I became a loan shark for a bit. Yeah, he's got the roulette. He made people gamble, and I just lent camp coins so I could get interest back. You know how I am with loans, Matt. Mock didn't know. He didn't know that he's making a mistake. He was making a mistake by getting a loan with me. He learned his lesson though. Wait, I still have TMs in here? Cool. Because I finally made a TM in a TR case. Those are game changers. Also, there's been quite a few changes to the main base. We're gonna see them later, as I'm probably gonna I know, Matt. Thankfully, I got paid back the same night, and I got a very good payout out of my loan. I lent 2 stacks, and I got 3 stacks back from my loan. I'm a great negotiator. And Mock learned to never try to work with loan sharks because I was very much threatening his kneecaps. Honestly, it's so much fun. Like, honestly, there's quite a. First of all, the traveling aspect does make it way more exhausting than like playing online, which honestly makes it. It's very easy. It's very hard to describe how much harder it is. Because usually you're not eating well, you're not sleeping well, so it becomes the mental stamina is way more of a problem in person compared to playing online. But there's also a whole game like what's the best way to describe it? Like there's a whole dimension that's being added because you can read your opponent's body language, which honestly affects the decision making a lot. At least for me, I know I play better in person than online, and I think that's one of the main reasons why. It's also why since COVID, like even after people stopped wearing them, whenever I go to an event, whenever I go to a regional, I wear masks. I still wear masks because I basically use it as a way to just have a bit of an extra poker, like to help with a poker face. And also, it's just so much fun after the event to just hang out with people. And Matt, I don't have a problem with people owing me stuff. They have a problem if they need to borrow from me. You're looking at it the wrong way. And you know I'm right on that one. Like, is it really me having a problem if I'm making a profit? And for people to need to take loans from me? Well, yeah, Matt. Why would I not enjoy earning stuff while doing absolutely nothing because of other people's bad decisions? Like, why would I say no to... Like, if someone told you, hey, do you want free money? Why would you not be very happy at that? Have you ever thought about that? Like, after having to work hard for your money, you get told, yeah, you can get more of that, but for free. Why wouldn't you be extremely happy about it? Like, if anything, I think you might be the weird one for not thinking that. have encountered a few weird ones, but usually it hasn't really been a problem. It probably helps. I'm like, sure, I'm good, but I'm like not very well known because I didn't necessarily travel all that much to regionals. So like, I'm not someone who was like always on stream or always like featured all that much. So obviously, I was not necessarily like the kind of person that a bunch of people would, a bunch of strangers would swarm to. Like, you basically had to be already quite deep into the scene to even have heard my name. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Matt. Hope everything's okay, Toasty. Like, honestly, don't be strange and everything. Then again, I'm just like the most basic white dude, so for obviously it is much easier for me to not have to deal with weirdos. I will also admit that. But yeah, no, I don't think I might have seen some weirdos, but like wouldn't really say I had any like very negative experiences because of it. Like, I've witnessed some very weird stuff, but that is not the same. Oh, you can't put multiple of the same TM. Yeah, that makes sense because you can't stack them. That's a bit unfortunate. Wait, there's an... Oh, yeah, there is another one here. Wait, we're this low already? I didn't expect us to be this low. Like, we're pretty close to where we hunted for the masks. Although it does help, like, one thing that I will say, like, especially if you don't have a regional near you, the first thing I'd recommend is go to locals. It makes traveling to regionals way easier. Or if you know other people who also want to go to regional, like, just be able to split travel costs and just, like, hotel or Airbnbs makes it so much easier. And also just means that you're going with friends, which makes it way easier. Like, usually the local scenes are very welcoming, and it's much... Usually it's a pretty safe space. Like, if you can start with a local scene, do that. Like, if you've got any worries, that's where I'd start if you have the chance. But obviously, it's not like everyone has a chance to. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I wasn't lucky on that front. Like I was telling Minnie earlier this week, the biggest thing that allowed me to qualify for Worlds wasn't how good I was at the game. It was the fact that I had money, time, and I lived in an okay enough area to be able to attend enough events to qualify, because that's really the main barrier. Like, attending a regional is harder than doing well at a regional. For most people, no, not for most people, but for quite a bit of people, that is true. I know, like, I'm saying the fact that I'm lucky to have attended, like, to be able to attend events, but the crazy part is, like, I probably had it up there as one of the worst for that when it comes to, like, anyone who's qualified for Worlds. Not the very worst, but definitely up there. Which I think made it so that, unlike a lot of people, I never really took it for granted. And that for me, it's much easier to, like, yeah, it's already bad enough for me. I can see how it's basically impossible for a lot of people. Where, yeah, you might be good enough to actually be a top player, but you just can't attend. It also helps that, like, you hear the stories of people who win their first regionals, or, like, top cut their first regional. usually almost every single time. It's not that they just picked up the game 2 weeks ago and they just show up and win. No, most of the time they've just been playing for years, and it's just been the first opportunity they had to show up. Oh, you're near Chicago? Oh yeah, you've got a great local scene then. I know a lot of Chicago players. They're really awesome. Yeah, try to look for a local scene. You cannot go. You will be fine. And to make it even better, you will have NAIC in your backyard next year. You're eating good when it comes to events. Yeah, you should be fine then. If you're in Chicago, you will not struggle to find it. At least at the very least for locals, you will not struggle at all. You do usually have a few regionals that are like, not like in your city, but like usually a few hours away at least. It's like, it's not the worst. And yeah, like I said, you also have NAIC next year, which very good, like very good major to be able to attend. Hi Wendigo, how are you doing? Like, I know that there's quite a few Worlds competitors from Chicago. Actually, one of my best friends in VGC is from Chicago. He qualified for Worlds twice. And some of the most... Some very well-known players are from there too. Like, I don't know if you know who Alexander is. He's not in Chicago anymore, but he used to be there for a long time. Yeah, like for me, like in Canada, if you're not from Toronto and arguably Vancouver, but I don't even think it's really that applicable to Vancouver, good luck. Good luck when it comes to qualifying for Worlds and attending Worlds. Like, there's still a few areas with good local scenes, but you don't have an easy time accessing majors. So like, it's practically impossible unless you basically win an event. Like, fun fact, the Canadian who finished top, well, actually, 2 out of the 3 NA players who finished top 16 at Worlds in 2024, and one of them finishing top 8, would not have qualified for Worlds, well, either this year or last year, because of the changes to the circuit. Just because it can't go to enough events. Like, one of them is a full-time doctor, so obviously he can't easily take too much time off. One of them just lives in Vancouver, so events were just hard to access. Like, event availability is the main challenge for a lot of the best players. And I'm saying that as someone who, I don't think I'm one of the best players. Like, obviously I'm not bad. Like, it would be insulting to call myself bad. But I am not one of the very, very best players. I know some players better than me who never qualified for Worlds because I have, and the reason why I didn't and they didn't was because I just had more money, a car, and more free time. No, actually, they had more free time, but they just couldn't really travel. And I'm not saying way better than me. Like, I think what actually, the first time I qualified for Worlds, I definitely say they were way better than me. But like, the more recent times, no, I was probably just as good or maybe slightly better. But that does say a lot, in my opinion. At the end of the day, it was just a great time whenever I was active. Just that, yeah, no, it's just been... if I would have kept competing, and probably, especially now, it would have been a bit too much of a strain on my wallet. But the experiences are just so good that I really can't recommend it enough if you have the opportunity. Well, Matt, I'll put it this way. Do you think they'd be higher than Great Ball if they were running Quick Claw? Like, why would you think that they'd be higher than Great Ball? Okay, that's hilarious. I wonder if I'll be able to finish at least one layer today. Like, maybe, but probably not much more than that, because the problem is, because of the fact that they become bigger, like, it's not even the fact that it takes longer, it's also the fact that the Paxel just... the durability feels less. Even though it doesn't change, it just feels like it's less because there's more blocks. So you just go through the Paxel way quicker. That's probably, like, the crazy part about it. So I really should take some time to maybe, like, come up with a new playlist. Just because it feels like I'm always listening to the same songs over and over. Like, it's not like it's that small of a playlist, or like I think that, like, listening to that one for a stream is fine, but, like, considering, like, I feel like every time I'm here it's the same playlist, I probably need a new one or two. What was it seen from his last video? Like, even when I was active, I didn't necessarily watch a lot of VGC content. Like, it feels like most of the time, just, especially with open team sheets, it feels like I didn't really need to keep up with the meta as much as I used to in the past. Like, it's kind of crazy how it didn't really... like, the fact that I was keeping up with the meta less didn't really affect my results. Oh, let's go. We got Goldango. I never really thought about it because I already know that it's a thing. And I'm still fairly new in the Cobblemon community. So, like, I don't think that, like, it would, like, me hosting it would be the way to really make it a big deal. And I know that I know that last year there was a Cobblemon World Cup. I don't know if it's happening again this year. I don't know if they're I think my guess is they're waiting until 1.8 is released before hosting it. Am I going to participate in it? I don't know, because I don't think I'll be eligible. At least based on how it was last year. Oh. I mean, hosting one maybe at some point. Like, the thing is, like I said, like, it would... I think that the problem is I don't necessarily have the pull to really make it a big thing. And I do have a bit of ambition. And without the pull to really make it big, I feel like the competition would be a bit weak. And that is also kind of why I don't necessarily enter, like, even, like, the main server I've been playing on before Camp Cobblemon, Cobblemon Origins, didn't enter a lot of tournaments, was because I don't want to sign up and just stomp everyone. I don't think it's really something particularly interesting. I would rather try to build up proper competition, and then once I know I'm gonna be challenged, actually partake. Like, if there's something that's actually, like, prestigious, sure, I might actually do it. Like, if it feels like there's meaning for me to compete in it, yeah, I'll do it. I'll happily do it, but until then, like, I'll just stay in the background. Until then, I'll just be the teacher. I'll be the professor. Like I was talking about, like, the main server I play on, Cobblemon Origins, what I have planned over there is I'm opening a trainer school, and I'm gonna be teaching people how to play VGC there. Part of what I was talking about, I want to be able to I want to be properly challenged if I'm gonna battle. And at the moment, I don't think that, at least on that server, I don't think that there's anyone who can challenge me yet. Although I think that in the future, we might have someone who's joining who might be able to. I think that facing Toasty would be fun. Like, I don't think well, I think it would have been even more fun a few months ago, where for me, the general VGC experience, I had the advantage in that, and he had the advantage when it comes to, like, the Cobblemon specific meta. But I think I feel like I've bridged the gap enough that I don't really have that disadvantage anymore. Matt, you might sound mad, but you've proven to me that you, especially if we're talking about a tournament setting, I feel like your nerves would get the best of you would prevent you from actually making an interesting match. Like, I wouldn't even need to beat you, you'd beat yourself. Mr. Dracovish Legacy. For context, Silas, basically on that server, there's a joke running around that everyone who uses Dracovish is destined to choke their most important matches. Because every single person who's run Dracovish lost a tournament by choking. Even more specifically, they all choked against Vert. You're right, it did not start with you. It started with Doug. You didn't start a legacy, you just cemented it. Which, I don't think I'd be proud of just saying, like, yeah, I didn't start it. No, but you're still part of the legacy. That is not a legacy that I'd be proud to be a part of. Speaking as someone who's, like, the guy who keeps messing up his team sheets. It's not like it's a legacy that I fully accept, but it's not necessarily one that I'm proud of. Did it start with Mason? I'd say it started with Duck. When did Mason use Dracovish? Like, his choke with Dracovish was after you, though. Wasn't it? Like, you cemented it, and actually, you and Mason both did a very fine job of cementing it. I mean, Matt, I hope you're getting better. It would be kind of sad if you were playing more and you were getting worse. Also, I feel kind of bad for everyone here because I started the challenge yesterday of we can try to beat it. Like, he built a special team and that we got a reward if we manage to beat it. And basically, we have 4 Pokemon, he has 5. And he has 2 Pokemon that are not, like, cheated Pokemon. Like, Pokemon that you cannot obtain normally. He has, like, No-Guard, Fissure, Teddy Ursa, and Fluffy Ursaring. And it was so funny because, like, I found out, like, way after my match that the Ursaring was fluffy, but, like, I noticed that, like, there was something wrong with the Ursaring because it was bulkier than it should be. Like, I think that no one really clocked the fact that the calcs were off. Yeah, it is. You know what's even funnier, Matt? I challenged Iman with my team from the first clash because I did not have more battle-ready Pokemon. And my team from the clash had sturdy Magnezone. And I don't know if you get what that means. Oh, I didn't have fighting coverage. But sturdy just makes it so wanted KO moves fail. So he just wouldn't have been able to hit me. Like, my team from the clash was Weavile, Talonflame, Garchomp, and what was its name? Well, Magnezone, I just said it. But basically the gimmick fell apart. And, like, I had to counter to the gimmick without even trying to. And the funny thing is, he had Fluffy Ursaring and I had 3 physical attackers. None of them could hit. Like, I had no super effective move against the Ursaring. Like, I basically had to, like, for what he had was basically a bad matchup and it still didn't stop me. Even with, like, one less Pokemon. Basically, it doubles the defense stat, but it makes you weak to fire types. It's Bewear's signature ability. Like, it was bulk up Fluffy Ursaring, and I went, oh. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna knock off the Eviolite off, and then I should be able to do decent damage. And then I tried doing damage to it, and it was not doing, like, oh, from this range, this should definitely pick up. Like, I don't care if you're +2, that should be enough. And wait, why did it live? It shouldn't live. I know it shouldn't. My internal calculator knows. I have seen, unfortunately, too many Ursarings to be able to tell. And by too many, I mean more than one. Right, I forgot that people are running Swampert a lot right now in Champions. It is so weird to hear people saying Swampert is good. It is so weird. And the worst part is I don't even know if it's good or if it's just that people are just fascinated by new toy syndrome as they tend to do. Wait. Wait, is it because of the waste zone? possibly, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to start dumping stuff soon. Also, we think that we might have had someone steal some of our fishing bait. Because all of a sudden, it feels like we lost like 9 stacks of fishing bait and we have no clue who took it. Which is very unfortunate considering the fact that, yeah, we want a lot of fishing bait. We're going through a lot of fishing bait, actually. Because, like, we have a quest where we're trying to get we have a quest where we need to catch as many shiny Magikarp jump variants as possible. So, obviously, we're fishing a lot. And I'm catching every Dondozo in the world because we have to catch as many of a certain Pokemon that's rare or ultra rare only for a quest called Super Fan. And well, I decided to go with the opposite route and go for the Super Hater route. Catch every Dondozo because they're all criminals and they all deserve to be put in PC jail. So we hate Dondozo around here. Alright, sounds good. See you, Silas. Thank you for tuning in. I'm almost at 2 boxes. And I know that there's quite a lot that other members of our team caught that still need to be traded. I'm gonna have so many. Like, yesterday I spent almost the entire afternoon cooking bait. Which is why I didn't stream. I was like, okay, I'm gonna cook a bit. And also, we got a new member on Camp Turtwig. We got Mini Wheats. Callie's husband. He's now part of Camp Turtwig. He's so cool. I basically spent a bit of time welcoming him while I was cooking. Basically, that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I've also been training my Breloom so I could have a Pokemon to use to catch stuff. And also because there's a badge that we can get by leveling up a Pokemon to 75. Yeah, I know, it's so cool. It feels so cool to just like be playing with like a bunch of the people who I was watching when I first got into Cobblemon. Even if it wasn't that long ago. Honestly, the fact that they're also like just all cool people, like at least when it's come to just hanging out with them, like they act like they're basically the same people that they give the impression that they are, which is really nice. Now, hopefully that means that we can slowly convert them into joining Origins. I think that we might, like I said, I think I said it before about, I think it was about Callie, where I think that there's a non-zero chance mainly on how busy she'll be. I think that, honestly, I feel like it might be the case for like, probably the same thing for Minnie. All I know is if there's another multi-battle, oh yeah, but if there's another multi-battle event, for camp, I'm teaming up with Minnie. It's already confirmed. I mean, Matt, there's only one thing I can do if I want them to join Origins. It's to make sure that they have as good of a time as possible. Just leave the best impression possible. At least that's how I see it. And why would I not? Also, the fact that I've been doing the pyramid scheme has come in clutch once again. Someone needed a bunch of sand. And guess what? Guess who's been picking up a lot of sand around here? Also, I found out that like for the fashion show, no one actually even Mock, who traded the skull to me, did not expect me to die intentionally for the fashion show, which I think is really funny. Like it just means that I absolutely nailed it with the idea. Which I'm so proud of. Wait a second, Matt. You could delay the Mega, actually. You could delay the Mega Evolution. Have you thought of doing that for the mirror? I feel like it might be something that works. Cool. Welcome back, Toasty. Are you dying yet? I feel like I was slightly robbed when it comes to the results, but like, it's not like I was gonna win anyway, so like I can't be mad for the fashion show. Like I think that like, I mean to be fair, I feel like it was mainly Iman who rated it very low. I think Wilson was just neutral about it, and I know that Seb loved it. Like I know that Seb loved it a lot, to the point that he was surprised that Iman ranked it that low. Hey, that one doesn't go here. That one. Hey, this is the hoe I used for the fashion show. That one does come here. I don't know what. Oh yeah, it probably was from the. Yeah, it was from the fashion show. I was wondering where I got those love balls. That's more stuff cleared. I'm gonna have. I think I'm gonna need more chests soon. But no, I do have some spares in like here. Yeah, I have 6 more. But I don't think that's gonna be quite enough. I was gonna say I don't think this one has anything, but this one does. I think it's good. Like, also when it does help. Like doing going to the pyramid scheme helps, because I know that Mock needs quite a bit of diorite, but I think he said he thinks he has enough. But I also need diorite for my own base, so like, I'm cool with picking up more. Yeah, I'm almost done. Like, those chests are almost all full. Like, this is the last one from this row. I'm gonna have to make another one. Okay, cool. Now let's go back to... Here we go. What play could you have made, Matt? Also, that reminds me, I need to place the shulkers. Also, I'm finally gonna have my own personal space at the main base, so I might finally be able to start storing stuff properly. Which is gonna be very nice. Because I have an idea of... You guys have seen the giant tree, right? Basically, we're making a bunch of small tree houses in there, and I'm gonna recreate Link's house from Ocarina of Time for mine. And basically, where Link's bed is, I'm gonna place 2 sleeping bags and put 2 double chests underneath. And I'm probably about to have so many shulkers because I think I'm gonna buy Because like for where I was shiny hunting Beldum, I think I might finally bite the bullet because we can buy golden apples, like 9 golden apples for 25 camp coins. So I might just start buying some of those to get myself my shiny Beldum or Metagross or Metang or whatever is going to end up spawning. So I can finally start like make things go a bit faster. I know I said that I could just isolate it, so I don't really care all that much, but it's just taking so long that I think I might just accelerate the process a bit. Especially knowing that I don't have to be stingy with my golden apples anymore. But for that, I'm gonna wait until we're done with the face quests. Or ideally, done with this too. That reminds me, I also need to put mending on my helmet. I don't have mending on my helmet. Oh, hi Xardio. Doing good. How about you? The day where Mega Raichu mirrors just end up becoming both Raichus just click and never clicking the Mega Evolve button is gonna be so funny. It's probably closer than we think actually. Also, that reminds me. Wait, where's my Poke Finder? Oh, it might be in the backpack if it... Unless I put it in a shulker. Is it in this one? Or otherwise it's in one of the shulkers. It's in one of the shulkers, probably. Is it a shulker I lost? Or am I just blind? I don't think I'm blind. I might be blind, but that's not in this case, I think. So let me just put the stars together. Am I blind? I don't know where my... Oh, I might have lost it, actually. Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, it's so hot for you guys right now. I feel so bad. Yeah, I heard about how hot it is for you guys right now. But no, global warming is not an actual thing. Remember, guys. Totally not. That's why it's not excessively hot right now. Thank God we have air conditioning here. At least here we do, thank God. Like, I think that's really like the most painful thing about the heat you guys have. Not gonna lie. Seeing a lot of the matches at here in camp makes me realize that, oh. Yeah, okay. I'm underestimating myself quite a bit. Like, seeing the amount of times where I think, oh, yeah, this is a very easy win. You just need to do this, and then quite possibly the worst play possible happens. I have lost count of how many times that's happened so far in camp. Like, it's really weird because I've just spent so much time surrounded by people who are really, really good at the game that I think, yeah, I'm just decent. Like, okay, I'm kind of good, nothing more. And then I realize that, like, then I get this very, very big reminder of what the average actually looks like. I thought, like, oh, I'm the second thing since... I'm the coolest thing to ever happen since sliced bread. It's just... Oh. Never mind. We good, huh? Are we back or are we not? Looks like we might be. Oh, are we back or are we not? Because at least now it's telling me that it looks like the frames aren't being dropped. Okay. The server being disconnected from the server is not. Oh, it looks like no, we're not. Okay. I'm still not sparing the router. Like, I know that it seems like it's getting... Wait, is it getting better? I'm being trolled right now. Are we back? I know. Actually, like, I'm connected by Ethernet, but it looks like my internet's been so bad recently. And it looks like I'm not the only one, though, from what it sounds like. I know that Callie was also dealing with similar issues today. We're not even in the same... Like, we're not even in the same part of the country at all, but... It's not the first time that my ISP struggles, like, at random parts of the year for, like, a good while. Far from the first time. Like, I remember that last year, that's basically why I stopped streaming for a bit, because it was just like, yeah, the internet issues are so bad, like, I'd rather not deal with this. But now, no, I'm just gonna power through. And yeah, we're just gonna trash talk my router instead. That sounds like a plan. Oh god, it looks like it's just not going much better. Huh? Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, I'm restarting the router, never mind. Like, I see that it's not being consistent. Like, it's still struggling a lot. So, we'll be right back. Alright, I think we might be back. Maybe. Okay, are we back? I think we might be. Okay, cool. Hopefully. I think we'll be good. At least I hope so. Oh yeah, this feels, at least in game it does feel way better. This. Alright, well now we're back in action. Nope, it's not even. It's still struggling a little. Like, it's still an improvement, but it's still struggling a little, looks like. Yeah, still struggling. God, that is bad. I have no clue why. How is it so bad? Like, I kind of get when it's like I was uploading like footage like not long prior, but like I finished a while back. Also, I'm glad I'm going to be able to buy an external hard drive soon, like in not too long. Although, before that I need a new mouse. Mine has been struggling a lot. Like, a lot of clicks are detected as double clicks. I figured out how to not make it a... It looks like in my... Yeah, it seems like internet is still stuttering a bit. I think it's... Alright, restart router again. I think we might actually be back now. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, I think we might be back. It's been so bad for like the past week. Even when I was not like during this small break from streaming, I basically had this quite a bit of similar problems. I think we're back. I'm also surprised that they've like the router restarts were short enough that like it didn't necessarily interrupt stream. Like that it didn't stop the stream then force me to start a new one. Thank you for everyone who's sticking around despite all the technical issues, by the way. God, it's hell. Okay, and let me double check to make sure that Live is still properly connected. Yeah, I think it is not connected again. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna restart Live. I mean, to be fair, EMC is way more understandable. Like, you're basically hosting a peer-to-peer server for like... How many people? Oh wait, it's not a huge amount. Okay, let's live back. Okay, it's definitely connected to YouTube, right? But is it... Okay, now we are properly back. Thank you everyone for your patience. Feel like I have third world country internet of that kind of stuff happening. I won't lie, that felt like experiencing third world internet, or maybe even worse than third world internet. Let's break through that Paxel very quickly. Fair enough, Exardio, actually. Actually, I forgot. Yeah, most people barely understand how tournaments work. And then also just random people also interrupting, which also just slow things down. I forgot. Yeah, you know what, Exardio, you're right. Also, I'm kind of sad that the Clash was pretty hard to follow this weekend. Like, I tried watching it. Like, I missed it, obviously, as you probably found out, because, well, I had plans. I had plans on Sunday. I'll put it that way. And, yeah. I tried going back to watch it, and it was hard to find, like, a lot of what happened. The amount of people was streaming it. It's also really weird, and I think I missed the detail of why it changed, but like, it's really weird that it started as best of 3 and then changed to best of 1 midway. It's so... that was a weird decision. Oh! Ashowaves, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. So what... other than killing Hayden, what were you doing on during the stream? Because I saw that clip. Like, I did watch for a little bit, but I did not have the time for too much. Hayden posted it in the Discord. I heard, on the only context I have is a context in the clip where you mentioned something about revenge. I did see a bit of like her showing how she got MVP also. I think that was when I was watching, and then you basically saying, okay, you need to catch up, you're gonna lock in for next phase. Yeah, it was. It was. You know what? I believe it. She had a lot to flex with, to be fair. Thank you. We're taking down the pyramid. I'm doing that out of spite just because of the fact that we can't get Golurk anywhere. And normally it would spawn in desert pyramids, but this is not a desert pyramid structure. And also turns out that we need quite a bit of the materials that I'm picking up by breaking this anyway. Well, most of them straight up don't work. The only flying mounts that work are the UFOs and the rockets. And the only 2 rockets are Blastoise and Golurk. UFOs are extremely slow. Like, no one uses UFOs normally because it's just very slow. And rockets, Blastoise, like rockets, one of the problems is if I stay in the air for too long, it just starts going in circles. So I can't really control it that, like, I have to land frequently when using them. And to make it even worse, for Blastoise, it's so slow that I can't really get anywhere before it starts going in circles. So basically that only leaves me Golurk, which is not available in the map. And out of spite, I've just been breaking down this pyramid. Yeah. Thank you, Osha Waves. You know, I'm gonna take Iman to court. Like, this is I'm gonna take Iman to court for discrimination for not having Golurk available. And he's given me a lot of ammo to build a very strong case. He's made a mistake. Also, hi Fox, how are you doing? Like, and yeah, the lack of Golurk has been painful, I'll put it that way. No one should have Fortress as their main flying Pokemon, I will tell you that. I do not, actually I kind of wish that on my worst enemy, because like that is just very inconvenient and annoying and not necessarily like that much suffering. You know what, yeah, they kind of deserve that, but I wouldn't wish that on you, I'll put it that way. You are not my worst enemy, so I did not wish that on you. But that is also part of why I managed to win Rhyhorn Racing, because I've been basically mainly using land mounts, so I'm just very comfortable with land mounts. Probably like more than anyone else on the server. My worst enemies are Dondozo and the Pyramid Scheme. Because let's be honest, what else would you call a scam that's shaped like a pyramid but a pyramid scheme? Those, yes, and Dondozo, that is also my worst enemy. Like on the bright, and yes, before anyone asks, I know that hammers are a thing in this. But I'm intentionally breaking this by hand with a Paxel just for the sake, just because I wanted to get the Impress Iman badge by taking it all down. And just to give an idea of how far like I've dug, you see that chest up there? That was the top of the pyramid. That's how far down I've dug. It's about sending a message. And originally when I started doing this, we needed a lot of sand because we went through a lot of bottles making vitamins. So, it also was practical. And also, funnily enough, for the last phase, the quests were needed to catch as many ghost types as possible. I caught a Yamask here by setting up snacks right down here. Like, there's a hole down here. Like, because basically to make Yamask spawn, the best way is to just have a hole where there's no light in a desert biome. Oh, snacks are extremely complicated. Like, I think the wiki will only barely explain it. Like, the moment I properly understood how snacks work was when I watched a, like, 30-minute video that went through the entire source code to explain how the exact behavior of snacks work. And the more you understand how they work, the more you realize that, oh my god, they really made it as complicated as they possibly could. Like, at this point, even Vert, who's part of the Cobblemon team, probably understands snacks less than I do. Which is crazy to say. Like, there is definitely some things that other people know more than me. I will not say, like, I know absolutely everything. But there's a lot of very weird things about it. Like, at least, like, and it's not like I've been playing Cobblemon for that long. I've only properly touched it at the start of the year. Yeah, he's the main marketing. He's the head of Cobblemon marketing. He was originally trying to be like part of like the structure build team, but in the end he ended up becoming like the main Cobblemon marketing guy. I've also tried spending time working on fixing stuff to like stuff in the mod to make VR work better, but then I realized that I don't know Kotlin. Like I'm a developer, but like I do not know how to use Kotlin, and the entire mod is made in Kotlin. So like I know Java, but not Kotlin, which made it pretty tough. Yes, I'm pretty sure Callie is part of the team, but I don't know what she does. I know that, like, there was a guy who was working on making stuff, like, was working on VR compatibilities, but the guy's headset broke, so, like, progress basically came to a stop. And maybe at some point I will properly take the time to learn Kotlin and eventually just fix the mounts, especially the water and the flying ones. I want to be able to fly on anything, please. I need it so bad. One of my first Cobblemon experiences was traveling through 7 to a spot 7k blocks away on Arcanine when everyone else could fly. That was pretty rough. Actually, I think I made a trip there 3 times in a day. Like, I think making a trip each way was like an hour. So like I said, I'm pretty used to land mounts. I really wish I could say I was used to flying ones, but no. So yeah, not gonna lie, I'm gonna, like, as much as like the bit is insane about this, I can't wait until I'm done actually breaking down the pyramid and be free from this and be able to do basically anything I want. Like, I don't know how many hours I've spent working on this, but I'm committed to the bit. It's not it's not a good bit if you don't fully commit to it, and that's what I say, at least. Oh. Oh, how many camp coins? I started a loan shark business yesterday, and right next to Jaiba's casino. Wait, I think they're in this one. Okay, 9 stacks, that's... Okay, wait. Okay, let me put it this way. This is 10, 640. 704. 768, 778. And, well, first of all, man, I need to figure out how many people I can get as witnesses. I need to make sure that I get the clips, like, that I'm gonna use as evidence fully isolated. Like, I think I have most of them, but, like, I would need to put all of them separately. I think I've got, like, 4 or 5 clips. Like, including one of them, some of them including Iman saying he doesn't regret not putting the desert pyramid, seeing that it prevented me from getting Golurk. Another one where he said that he acknowledges that not giving me access to Golurk is basically the equivalent of, like, stealing a wheelchair from an handicapped person. So, like, you know, I think I've got a pretty solid case. I just need the lawyer or court date and, yeah, getting the judge ready. Like I said, I think it's a slam dunk of a case. No, I think that just going to court normally is gonna be fine. We just need to make sure that by winning the case, I actually get a Golurk. And like I said, I do need... Oh, the video is gonna come after court, because the court video is gonna be... I should have been told... Okay, yeah, it's up in the sky, and it says that we're not supposed to tell people where it is. Yeah, I'm also gonna... I mean, to be fair, it's not like I'd be able to... It's not like I'd actually use it in battle. It is not interesting enough for me to use in battle. And I think that there's no one who's been against me getting a Golurk just for the sake of flying. Wait, am I... Oh, am I dealing with frame issues? Internet issues again? Again? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. It's been struggling quite a bit today. I don't know why. Okay, if it goes... if it's struggling again, I might start a router for the 3rd time today. It's been struggling quite a bit for the past few days. I have no clue why. Yes, Toasty. I think I've restarted the router twice since the start of the stream. It is probably a new low. Blame it on Iman and Dondozo. I think that Iman and Dondozo are working hand in hand. I did talk last week about everyone should come together to sue Iman for the lack of ancient cities. I know that a lot of people also want beast balls, and we need echo shards for those. Because we need beast balls for the one badge that requires crafting every single Pokemon, but there's no way to get echo shards. At least as far as we're aware. There might be one random looter chest in some spot that gives them, but otherwise there's no way. Or maybe it's gonna be in the shop eventually, but it's fine. We're just gonna sue him collectively. I just need to start probably a group chat with everyone who wants to be part of the lawsuit. Just to submit the evidence. I think that the lack of ancient cities and Golurks is the one thing that's gonna bring Camp Wooper and Turtwig together. Because who doesn't want access to both of those? And also, who doesn't want to sue Iman for some reason? I think everyone here will take any reason to sue Iman when you think about it. I know I definitely would, at least. And at least so far, Golurk seems like the most reasonable reason so far. Yeah, exactly. You get it too. See, so far I think that everyone I've brought up the idea to was down to be a part of it. Also, once we're done with the pyramid, I think that I might turn this area into a fishing oasis. We're actually gonna turn this into something useful. Hello, Sexo Sweet. How are you doing? I'm back to my usual. After dying on Saturday, I'm back to my usual. Because for those who weren't there, I died during the fashion show and it was on purpose. I mean, what was Iman not able to do? Like, honestly, there's quite a bit. Like, I don't know which one you're talking about, Toasty. Fishing is coming soon, Zardio. Basically, as soon as the Paxel is almost broken, we're going back to fishing. I can't wait to go back to fishing. It's just that, like, basically, I figured I'd just do this for a bit while I was finally done with... Well, since it was almost fully repaired, I figured I'd just go through its uses before going back to fishing and using mending to fix... Using the fact that I can just use mending to fix it while fishing. That's my preferred approach. True. Also, I guess I technically have the other pyramid to break, but like the other one is very quick. Like I think in comparison, I think the other one would probably be doable in like one afternoon. Compared to this one. Which obviously takes quite a while. And we still have all of this left. So let's take care of these emeralds right now. I always have to be very careful when digging down because I do not want to hit the floor. And by that I mean I don't want to hit the real life floor. Oh right, I did give some of my emeralds yesterday. Yes, spread fishing, Zardio. Spread fishing. Also, I do want to... honey right here. My shulkers as such are just big messes. Okay, let's do a bit more than just start... Let's start dumping some stuff. I wonder what I'm gonna do with all of the stone though. Like, I feel like there's not gonna be that much use for the stone. Then again, I might be able to think of something for my base. Who knows? Like, I might be able to think of something. Or maybe some platform for shiny hunting, although I don't really like doing those with cobblestone. Why are so many Pokemon just like so eager to just go in front of a Paxel being swung? Like, it's not like I'm even actively trying to kill anything, they just go in front of it, go, yeah, please hit me, please. Like, what's wrong with them? Yeah, it is. It is. It is like I heard, like I remember reading some of your comments about like some of it, and I was like, wait, do you know that's how it works in Pokemon too? Like I heard you say here, I heard you talk about how you accidentally made like the switching order based on speed, but Xardi, did you know that that's how it works in the games too? It's not based on the speed order of the Pokemon switching in, though. It's based on the order of the Pokemon switching out. Which I don't know which of the two you were doing when you made that comment. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that fact. Here we go. Yeah, that one normally should have nothing. Yep. I don't think she knows what I'm in the middle of.
Hi. Oops, sorry.
No worries.
Some more honey. Are you interested in collecting those supplies?
Which
Like,
one?
we gotta replenish our bait. I have a bunch of honey.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Since my Paxel was almost full, I'm taking care of taking down that scam, and then I'm probably gonna go back to fishing and making more bait.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what happened, but there's some more honey, and there's probably more honey in the Turtwig base as well. So.
Yeah, it's weird that it just disappeared.
I know, I have no idea. But, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, basically we have a bunch of bait that just disappeared. We have no clue why. Like we suspect that someone took it. We don't know who though. Oh. Okay, never mind. I have an extra 75 coins. We're still not close, but we're making progress. We're making progress to more camp coins. The worst part is, like, I feel like even if we had enough camp coins, Iron Man would still find a way to weasel out of it. I'm calling it now. I should probably place the chest slightly differently because some of them are about to start becoming inaccessible if I keep it like that. I probably would if he actually would follow through, but I don't think he would. Wait a second. I think there's another shulker where I put blaze powder in. Yep. Okay, so let's take this one and put it in there. So let's withdraw this, put it in here. So I'm gonna take this tasty tail. I should probably use the vitamins just to free some space. So I'm gonna take the stick. Wait, there's got to be a... Yeah, I was gonna say, there's got to be a spot where I have some sticks in. Oh, that's why you've been collecting all of those wooloos, Fox.
Oh, hey, I wanted to show you. Look at this bow that I found while fishing.
Wait, did it have the name?
No, I named it that.
Oops, sorry. It fell behind you.
Yeah, I've never had a bow that crazy before. So, all right, I'm out of bait. I'm gonna go make some more. So,
I'm gonna
yeah.
spend some time with my worst enemy.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll need it. Okay, that was basically everything. So let's go back. No, the nether biome, like, it has to be very specific with the nether biome. Like, I think you need a specific, like, I think it has to be, like, what's it called? Like, the warp, I think you need warp mushrooms, and we don't have those. I know because Vert was trying to find some, and couldn't find any, and we would have wanted some, so we could... And we wanted a Volcarona very badly so we could start getting some... We could just get easy blaze powder, but... Yeah, no. We didn't have that luxury, unfortunately. Yeah. There's a lot of Pokemon that we can't get on this map. Volcarona being one of them. Technically there's one Charcadet in the entire server. And it's a special form one. It's really funny how, like, the little campers was meant to be, like, just little Pokemon that we can have. But I wouldn't even be surprised if the person who ended up having the little Charcadet evolves it and it just becomes a regular Armarouge or Cerulege. Just because it's the only way to get it. Because we otherwise only find it in nether fortresses. And maybe bastions? I forgot if it also spawns. I think it might spawn in bastions too. But basically... Nope. The only Charcadet... There's only one Charcadet in the entire server. And Iman never planned for it to evolve. But the person who got it could. If they wanted to. It just defeat the entire point of, like, the special form Charcadet. Honestly, whoever picked the Charcadet, I would strongly encourage doing that just because it would be really funny. I don't know who got it though. Was it someone from Wooper? Oh, it might have been Vert, actually. You're right. It might be Vert. I think that would be really funny if he did that. And I feel like Vert would do that. Actually, Wouldn't it be really funny if I brought one to the captain battle if I was captain? I might ask Vert if he's down for that. Like, because I think that would be extremely funny. Yeah, yes, before anyone asks, I'm having fun trying to find every single way to break the event as possible. If there's something that shouldn't be done but doesn't break the rules, I will do it each and every time. I'm that guy. Vert usually is down for shenanigans, like that kind of shenanigans. I think he'd be down. I think he would. But I might be just a bit too optimistic, but I think he would. So how's my Paxel looking? Oh, it's still doing quite alright. So I need to remember after stream, like I got a DM when I was restarting my router, and I've noticed that like someone's trying to ask for help on how to use right Pokemon in VR, which I mean, I don't know why like he's having issues for like assuming that's land ones. I don't know why, because like it works no issues. Oh, later, Toasty. The classic third one loss, yes. Matt, welcome to VGC. Okay, I need to. I'm asking this question to every counselor. Fox, what do you feel? How do you feel about Dondozo? This is a very important question. How do you feel about Dondozo? Okay, sounds like another Dondozo hater. You're one of us, Fox. Honestly, Matt, that is very, very good. A very, very good response. We don't like Dondozo around these parts. Always talk trash about Dondozo. Number two. No, actually, number 3 biggest enemy of this chat outside of Iman and the Pyramid Scheme. Iman would not be near the top if Golurk was available. Especially my worst enemy, actually, and also we have Electrode up there, but no, actually nowhere near as up there as the other 3. Actually, it's just specifically the Electrode I use during Electrode bowling. Because it really does not deserve any kind of respect. like I said during electrode bowling, that electrode does not deserve anything good in life. Okay, you just said you can't agree. You didn't say you disagree. Fox, are you gonna, assuming that you can attend, are you gonna be there in court when we're gonna be suing I-Man? It's fine. You can just join in on the lawsuit when you think about it. He should double your pay. Your pay should be doubled. You have to deal with us after all. That alone should be enough to double your pay. Like, you should just mention about how crazy I am in like too many ways, and that your pay should be doubled because of that. And if he disagrees, you join us in court. Oh, wait. You want to sue for the lower vessel? Let's go. We've got another one. We've got another one joining in on the lawsuit. Perfect. The people versus I-Man. Also, it only just hit me that when they say the people versus someone in a court case, it basically implies that the person that's being sued is not people. And how has no one mentioned that before? Like, yeah, no, we think you're subhuman. You deserve to be sued. Like, has no one ever thought of it like that? You didn't just catch 17 shinies. 17 specific shinies. Wait a second, you could sue him for false advertising. He scammed you when you think about it. Yeah, you also have a very solid case. That's a very good call. I hope you have clips, Fox. I hope you have clips. Otherwise, you can pretend. You can have me as a witness. I was totally there, totally. I was just crouching very low because I'm in VR after all. I can crouch lower than anyone else. That makes it easier for me to blend in with the surroundings. I even have video evidence of myself crouching lower to infiltrate multiple meetings on the server. Including the one where you counselors found out that the end of phase 1 would be when the level cap would go up to 75, and that on day 3 would be when the level cap went up to 50, which I totally did not leak to Camp Turtwig after hearing that. Totally not. Hey, that sounds like evidence to me. And I think that the court would take it as evidence too. Who is the judge again? Is it TJ? Is TJ the judge? I'm trying to remember who was the judge during the previous case. Because we're going to need to contact the judge for when we're going to be going to court. And we're going to need some lawyers. I think we're going to have some solid lawyers. You know, the courtroom has not been used enough. We should fix that. Like, our cases are adjacent enough that we can probably make it as like one group lawsuit. I mean, there is no event on Saturday, right? I think that might be a very good day for that. Hi Zopi, how are you doing? Not gonna lie, I feel like I've heard Deltarune tomorrow memes so often, I don't know if it's actually tomorrow or if you're just saying the meme. So I'm gonna need so much. I need so many more chests. I might need like a proper spot to store more things. Also, I should probably start building my base like for wheat. There's a wheat farm that we use for the first 2 days, and I'm planning on building my base there. In which I really need my base for a future idea I've got, which is like one of the dumbest ideas I've ever had. Oh, it is tomorrow. Like, if you guys thought that me dying on purpose during the fashion show was like one of the craziest ideas I've had, the other one I've got with the base that I need to build is gonna be probably twice as crazy. Twice as crazy. I should not be allowed. I should not be allowed to do something as stupid as that. And yet, here I will be. If I'm not invited for the next Iron event, it's probably going to be because of that idea. It's not going to break any rules. It's just going to be very funny and very cursed both at the same time. I know that Mock is excited for that idea. Thank you. Basically, fun fact, I thought about it in the middle of the fig. Originally, like, when I saw Masa set himself on fire and that no one knew if it was on purpose or not, I went, that's when I think it, like, the gears in my head started turning, where I went, it would have, because I remember I said it, like, if it was on purpose, I think that was a very good idea. But the problem is we don't know if it's on purpose or not. So, okay, if someone did something similarly crazy, but you could very obviously tell it was on purpose, that would be really cool. Then I went, wait a second. What if I intentionally died, showed up as the Grim Reaper with a Dusk Hole? Like, no one would expect the death to be on purpose. They would go crazy. And by the way, not even Mock was in on it. Like, Mock didn't even know that the death was on purpose, and he was the one who traded me the Dusk Hole. Because, like, I knew I wasn't gonna win. Like, with nothing prepared and basically all improv, I knew I wasn't gonna win. But I thought, okay, I might be able to make something that, like, people will just be, appreciate the creativity behind the idea. If I'm gonna participate, I just want something that, like, people will remember as something unique. And I think I accomplished that. And yeah, I knew I did not deserve to win. And to be fair, I still think that, yeah, yours was the coolest. Fox, I still like yours the most. I'll also have to give a lot of props to Silly Cat for, like, really properly doing the cleanest, completely, like, the most fitting for the event. Like, the performance that was the most respected the essence of the event itself. And, like, in my case, like, yeah, it was a good bit. But it felt more like a WWE entrance than an actual fashion show display. Yeah, that was such a funny bit. Not gonna lie, I also, like, when I just logged out, when I just logged out, I figured that, okay, there's not gonna be anything going on. They're gonna do like the whole thing that they usually do between performances and just like talk about their thoughts on the previous one. And by the time I'd come back as the Grim Reaper, I will be able to just do whatever I want. And I was wrong, because I did not expect Macula to do his whole thing. I did not expect Macula to put on a whole show beforehand. Which honestly probably like threw the timing off by just enough. Yeah, Matt, I agree. Like, it felt more like a WWE entrance. Which, to be fair though, really, really good showmanship. Like, in my opinion, like, was really good showmanship, but just did not really fit with the vibe of the event. And I should have only had when I knew I was gonna perform. The only thing I had in mind was just oh yeah, I'm gonna show up as the Grim Reaper and claim my own soul. And then I was like, wait, that's gonna be way too short. What do I do? And the moment like I went to the front was when I thought of, wait a second, Wilson died like 3 times so far. I could work with this. I can work with the fact that he died 3 times so far. And then just started just improvising from there. And thank God that Wilson just played into the bit. Like, you can go back to the VOD and you see that, like, I was coming up with every single part of of my bit during the event. Like, you can see me teleport here and there at random moments because I was like, okay, I need my iron hoe for this. And then, okay, now I need a lantern. I guess I kind of need a lantern. And then, okay, now what? Oh, I need to make sure that I know what the warp name is for the main arena. And I think that, like, looking back, there's quite a few things I would have fixed. Like, I would have done better. But for improv, like, I'm really not disappointed. Like, I think that, well, the most unfortunate part was the dust hole being stuck to on like the side of the arena. Because I thought it would teleport next to me, that I'd be far enough that it wouldn't be a problem, but I was wrong on that one. And looking back, I would have just sent out the dust hole to like represent my soul being taken away. Or I would have given an iron hoe to the dust hole too. I would have gone with one of the two. To really lean into the apprentice part. And for like when they were talking about the final pleas, originally I was just gonna say like basically the same thing that Macula said about like, oh yeah, this was such a good event, there's people that deserve it way more than me. Then when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, I can't say the exact same thing that someone else said. I need to come up with something. And that was when I just went, okay, you know what, I'm gonna lean into the character even more, and so I'm desperate for souls. Yeah, there were so many good performances. And it's so weird how like for like the everyday interactions, like my expressivity is way better because of VR, but like for an event with that one, I can't use emotes. So ironically, because of that, my expressivity is somehow lower than everyone else. Because of the fact that like the emotes are just like way more expressive than like the everyday normal arm movements, which just meant that okay, I really need to turn it up to 11 when it comes to everything else. By the way, how long did you spend working on the skin? Because like it was so good too. Like I said, like I loved your performance in general, like as a whole, pretty much. Okay, the pixel is starting to get a bit low, but we're not done. Maybe I can, if I finish a layer, I think I'm gonna stop there and just go fish for a bit. Oh, okay, so Draco made it. He did a great job. Meanwhile, I just found a random skin online, like, right before the break, actually. Or during the break. I think it might have been during the break, I don't remember. But basically, I found this kid. And again, if I would have planned it in advance, I probably would have made it look more like a shiny Duskull. Then again, I didn't even know if I would have a regular Duskull or a shiny Duskull. Because I just asked straight up in Camp Turtwig chat, does anyone have a Duskull, like any Duskull? That also went so hard. That was so creative. The shield and the banner was so creative. Also, I heard that there might be... I've heard that there might be some special quests for certain Pokemon, and I'm giving myself hope that Iman might give me a Golurk if I take down the entire pyramid scheme. At the very least, I don't think there's any way he could justify not giving me the Impress Iman badge if I finish this. Especially with the fact that it's with a Paxel by hand. Like, swinging to take down each and every single block. I don't think that there's any way he could justify not giving me the badge. It's a level of dedication I don't think anyone else will have on the server for anything. I wasted way too many hours on this. Like, I think I'm already past 20 hours just on this. Probably closer to 30, actually. Yeah, like, you haven't seen where mine are because I don't have a base yet. I'm probably gonna display them at the one I'm making for the most cursed idea possible. It's weird because I kind of want to show when I get a badge on stream, but I feel like I can't explain the full idea for my base while being on stream because the main idea has to be a secret. Or you know what? Actually, wait, I could do the idea while getting the badge. That might be the perfect way. Wait, that would be the perfect way because I want Iman to witness it. And I think that this would be the perfect way and he would have to give me the badge after seeing that. Wait, that would be good, actually. You know what, Fox? I get it. And actually, Fox, you've even played in VR, so you know how much, like, especially for that long, I think you know how much of a pain it is. You're my elbow buddy. You're the only other person who's had elbows on the server. No, Xardio, the idea is even more ridiculous. I don't know when I'll be doing that idea with my base, though. That's the main problem, because like I do need to first of all build the base, but I also need to spend time on working on the quests. Like, there's only one reason why I'm doing this right now. It's because my Paxel was repaired from fishing. Like, I'm not even going to the EXP farm anymore. Because I'm just locked in on fishing. Yes, you should. And we should try to convert more people. Xardio, say it. Back me up here. More people for VR gang. Yeah, I think I can finish this layer. So I think I counted yesterday. I've got like 27 high left after this current layer to go through with the pyramid. Between 27 and 29. So obviously still quite a bit to go. Then we're going... Then we can fish here. Although I do need to think of how I want to make the fishing oasis look. It's probably going to be the main challenge. Alright, sounds good. Good night. Good night, Fox. Thank you for tuning in. And this time, Xardio, it wasn't I-Man. That time it was Dondozo. Dondozo sent the ads. Didn't you hear? It said it in the ads too. The Don sends his regards. Well, that's the Don of Dozos. Down with Dozo. Yeah, the funny part is like getting Dondozo is basically like we're working on 2 quests at the same time while trying to get Dondozos because we need to get shiny Magikarp jump variants. So just multitasking. Okay, no room here as expected. Think I might go back to dump stuff. Yeah, let's go dump some stuff. I don't need this one because I already know that this one is basically all stuff that's not from the pyramid. So let me drop this too, and then this one, 2 more. You know what? Yeah, that's gonna make it a bit easier. Let's that like that. Let's dump all of this in here. Oh, there was still room here, huh? Okay. This. About here. Not here. This would be a perfect, like, this is a moment that's dead enough that it would be perfect to read chat, but I can't read chat because of the fact that I have to point. Okay, that is full. That one is just started. Okay, all done. 3, 4. Sometimes there's decent players. Sometimes it's just people who haven't been able to ladder much yet, or just decent, but like one of two major issues. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Taishi. How are you doing? We're taking down the pyramid scheme right now. Because we hate pyramids around here. Well, at least if they're desert pyramids that are not actually desert pyramid structures, we hate them around here. Iman should have just given us Golurk. Actually, Taishi, if you didn't pick up the looter chest here, do it, because it's gonna get harder to reach that one here. Good question, Zardio. I think it's just a bit easier to just like... Actually, I've never tried it above my head, but I feel like it might limit my visibility at times where I do want visibility. While on my hand, I do not need to care. And there's a lot of opportunities in Cobblemon where there's... Especially in this where I'm not necessarily doing... Or it's a bit more quiet, so like I can... Usually when I have the time to read chat, it's time when I have to... the time to put my hand in front of my face. Like, there are more opportunities. Like, the times where I'm not going to be able to put my hand in front of my face are usually times where I either want visibility or I'm kind of want to lock in anyway. So I'm not going to be reading chat much. At least that's my logic. I wonder what kind of bits I would have thought of if I wasn't doing this. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I could have done but haven't just because I'm too committed to this bit. And I might thought that it was a worthwhile bit. Remember that, everyone. That it was worth not putting it, because he said he was very close to making this like the desert pyramid structure and then decided against it. And he thought that it was worth it because of what came out of it. But he should regret it based on just because of what didn't come out of it. Yeah, I probably should at some point. Maybe one that, like, I think that it's one that works probably pretty well while fishing. Like I said, I know I'm gonna be fishing quite a bit. I might try it while fishing, because that would probably be one where it works better. At least that's my guess. Okay, why is it more... Oh, no, I can kind of guess why it's more sketchy on Rumble. Fair enough, actually. Yeah, very fair, actually. That's a bit of a hole, huh? You know what? That's a few holes, actually. I think that there's a few people, myself included, who thought there might be something hidden inside the pyramid, so they made those holes. Just to find out, yeah, no, this place is just a scam. But don't worry. No one will fall for the scam ever again once we're done with it. No one shall ever be scammed again by these pyramids. Oh, sorry, silly Cobra, and that one was really my fault. Alright, that is another hole, so I guess I try to fix this. Because I just don't want to fall into them. And I will call it now. That's still not going to stop me from falling in one of the holes. This is when, if I wasn't struggling too much with VR, I would start a prediction. Do I fall into one of the holes or no? The only sad thing about those holes is that technically it means that those are blocks I did not break myself. So it's not blocks that I broke by hand. But like, it is so negligible that I don't really think it matters all that much in the grand scheme of things. I don't know what the phone's ringing. Like, I heard under, like, it was a scam call earlier. It might have been I think it was a call by Dondozo. It wasn't Iman because it wasn't in English. So I think it might have been by Dondozo. Remember everyone, down with Dozo. Yeah, I'm gonna fall into the hole. I'm calling it now. Not even in a future layer on this one. So, how is it looking like use-wise? Okay, durability-wise, I think we're still okay. But I don't think we're gonna finish the layer. Like, seeing where we are right now, like, maybe, but I think it might be a bit tight. And though it does get faster the more we progress, I think it's gonna be a bit tight. Okay. Time for a bit more. So I might be able. Yeah, I think I might be fine. Yeah, I should probably also take some time to chop some wood at some point. Like, maybe to make my mini base at the main tree, or just for more chests, because as we saw, I'm slowly starting to run out. Although to be fair, I might also just no, I'm not gonna use the shulker boxes for this. Because like, I know I can get more shulker boxes by just buying some of the kits from the shop. Especially like, there's stuff with enchanting golden apples. Like 9 enchanting golden apples and 18 regular golden apples for 25 camp coins. So I might do that. Mainly because I do want a shiny Metagross to fly on. Because like that would, even if it's not a massive upgrade, it's probably an upgrade from Fortress, assuming that the visibility isn't too bad. And if I'm going to be upgrading from Fortress, like, it's still an inconvenient flight mount. So if I'm going to be picking an inconvenient flight mount, no matter what, I want to be able to flex with it. You know? Like, if it's going to be impractical, I can at least make it cool impractical instead of just impractical. At least that's my logic. Like, it's about making a statement at the very least. Like, if it's going to be pathetic either way, I can make it cool pathetic. So, like, at least, like, it's not completely pathetic. I think this might be the first time that anyone's ever used cool pathetic in any kind of way where it made sense. Yeah, I might have lost it. That sentence might be the way I can tell that I've lost it. And I don't know what it says about me that it took me that long or that specifically to be able to tell. So I should take some time eventually to repair my netherite hammer. Like, not even for this, but just in general. Also, I should get Fortune 3. Fortune 3. I've been on Fortune 2 for so long. I'll say for so long, but no, it hasn't even been that long since I even had Fortune in general. More sentences that are gonna make Zardio go crazy. It really doesn't help that we can only get villagers from spawners, and that to take them to our spots, we have to like carry them in boats while flying. When, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one doing that. So like, I can't even do anything about it really. At least that's my opinion. I don't think there's much I can do about it. Maybe if I fish up a Fortune 3 book, maybe I can see that happening. But I know that's basically hoping to win the lottery pretty much. Okay. Time to dump some stuff again. There we go. Yeah, we're almost done with this layer. That's gonna be nice. Like, I did not even think we'd finish a layer. Thought the durability would be gone too quickly. I still have no clue where my Poke Finder is. Like, I think I might have to make a new Poke Finder. I already forgot how you make one. How do you make those? Oh yeah, I was thinking there's something annoying about making it. I forgot what. And yeah, that would be it. The electrolyzer. We're always starved for gold. Almost done. I can't wait to go back to fishing now. On the bright side, we're almost there. Well, Mark won't be able to say that I'm not. Mark won't be able to say that I'm not going to be running out of. That I'm not going to be contributing when it comes to the diorite. I still hope I'm not gonna lie. I think that one of the main reasons why I'm excited to be part of the like, I'm not even close, but one of the main reasons why I really want to be on the YouTube partner program is that when I end streams, I can also rate on YouTube. Or the equivalent of rating. But I can't even do that right now. You know what? You know what, Xardio? I think that you're right. It would be very in character based on what we've seen so far. It is really funny to me how he's really starting to get people more and more united for their lawsuit. Like, there's nothing that's gonna bring the camp together as much as that. I'm questioning a lot of the camp director's integrity, especially after seeing what he battles with. Feels like we are seeing the equivalent of a 12-year-old with an action replay. That is not what an upstanding citizen would do. Like, why does he not make more more traditional scams like casinos or loan shark businesses? Those are the real scams that you use. Layer complete. Great. Now we're about to go fishing. This is gonna be nice. I need more net. I'm gonna need more net balls, but maybe not this afternoon. It might be this evening. think that's gonna be the problem of future me, not current me. Oh, I somehow picked up the one shulker box that has nothing. That's incredible. Yeah, the usage is low. Basically, like, perfect amount left for me to call it there when it comes to the pyramid scheme and then going back to fishing. Why did I place the one that's never gonna have anything? Like, the coin case is not gonna have anything. Ever. Especially as I become richer and richer. Okay. Yeah, that one is... Although I probably want to get rid of the vitamins. Which honestly I might do the moment I have like a base. We're very close to going back to the main gameplay. Now we're back to the main gameplay. Honestly, I am still surprised at the amount of shiny hunting I've done on this server. I did not expect to be doing a lot of shiny hunting. Oh, this is not where I wanted to be. This is where. Oh, hi, Safi. Dosi, you came back just as we swapped to fishing.
They don't have the time. They leave you all behind. That's what is very fun.
Oh, right, I was almost out of PP. Also, wait, did it not give me the TR? Yeah, it looks like it didn't. What I wanted to... Oh, no, it did. Cool. Paxel in the offhand. Also, now I can just have a TR case. Those are all bounce. Wait, does it fit blank TRs? Can you fit blank TRs in this? No, okay. It has to be an actual move. That's good to know. Everyone's complaining about hunger, but no one actually KOs their Pokemon when they fish. Like the one guy who's not starving because he actually picks up the stuff he KOs. I'm gonna be so tired of fishing after this week. Probably. But at least, unlike everyone else, I'm not gonna be starving. Except Minnie. Minnie's goated. He's about to make a chicken farm. Ooh? Another ball cap. Yeah, like, I do want... I should maybe start looking for lucky eggs maybe at some point. But that point is not now. For now, it's just gonna be... We're getting... I should... Wait, I have PP ups. I should probably use them. I should probably use the PP ups on Breloom. I think it was in this one. Yep. Oops, wrong item. I love repairing items in the offhand while fishing. Yes, that is in fact 30 silver bottle caps. I forgot how many gold bottle caps I have. I also have quite a bit. There's our war criminal. We hate this guy. Let's spore this guy. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna false swipe. Remember when I said I did a lot of fishing? Yeah, I think that's proof. Good. Stay in the ball. And you're going to jail. We have a few Dondozos. Dondozo deserves jail. The more I can get by without healing, the nicer. Actually, let's take a look after this guy, how many gold bottle caps I've got. It's in the same backpack. 7. Okay, that's less than I thought. I thought I had more. It's a prison. It's a prison that the Dondozos cannot escape from. I basically, right, I don't think you were there, Toasty, but we have a quest where we need to catch as many of the same species as possible, and the Pokemon can only spawn as it can be only a rare or ultra rare spawn. It's a quest called the Super Fan Quest, but we decided to take it the opposite approach and go for the Super Hater and put every Dondozo in PC jail. It is a rare spawn. I've just been catching every Dondozo I've been fishing up for that quest. It is a rare spawn. That's why it's allowed for the quest. And we hate Dondozo. Never forget, we hate it. That's why it deserves to rot in jail. Death would be too generous of a sentence. Death is too generous for what Dondozo deserves. You would know. You've seen Dondozo before. I'm gonna withdraw those bounds and make them all blank. At some point I might make a chest just with blank TRs. So let me... Okay, let's go with this one. I do want to free some space in here. Yeah, that looks okay. Maybe the feathers too. And we're slowly but surely repairing the Paxel. Like I said, like the Paxel had basically that amount of durability left, and you saw where I started, right? That was all repaired from fishing. Yeah, I think you might hate Smeargle less. And the worst part is, it's not even the Pokemon I hate the most. I hate Urshifu even more. And Calyrex. But I do hate Dozo a lot. And actually, I hate Indeedee even more than I hate Dozo, actually. Like, Dondozo is nowhere near my most hated Pokemon. But I love that my hate for Dondozo becomes a bit for something productive. So I'm really leaning into it. If my hatred can actually be helpful, I will lean into it and become way more hateful than normal. Yes! I love that Urshifu was actually, like, nerfed as almost as much as it should be. But to be fair, I do like when it's not when a Pokemon is not overly nerfed and just nerfed enough. Like, I think that Talonflame was slightly over nerfed. But I don't know how I would have nerfed it without it being excessive. So you know, it's fair enough. The funniest thing to me is how much Paralysis has been nerfed so many times. You lose count of how many times it's been nerfed at this point. And in how many ways it's been nerfed. You know what hasn't been nerfed enough, though? Calyrex. I still wish we had Table Tech on this server. I miss Table Tech. Not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna break this event in so many different ways by the end of it. Like, I think I'm already at the count of like 4 different ways in how I break Camp Cobblemon. And some of them in really funny ways. It wasn't the full para. It just missed every time. Like, it was just the accuracy missing. Not even like anything related to full paras. Oh. Right, I need to not be crouching or sitting on the ground in my actual case. Oh my god, Breloom has reached the Lego level. Wait, what is this fishing? Oh, it's... What, non-enchanted? Sure, why not? Oh, that's a high level one. That's gonna be some good experience. Unfortunately, Trico does not have the T-pose for me. At least I don't think it does. I'm trying to remember which one is the wallet inspector. For the most part, I'm basically going just from... I don't know why I still have the Duskull. The Dusk... I still don't know who I'm supposed to give it back to. Like, am I supposed to give it back to Mock? Probably. Because I think he traded it. I think it was a proper trade with Hayden, from what I remember. Let me put that one in the box. No, this one... This Squirtle is forever staying in my party. That guy is the camp MVP. You guys don't know, but he's actually the MVP. I need... Nope. So how much bait? Okay. I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna need to cook again. But I'm not gonna be alive for too much longer anyway. Probably gonna get back to cooking when I'm gonna hop on after dinner. Okay. It's been a while, honestly, since I've encountered a shiny. I do have a Ralts. But it can't make it evolve unlike yours. I still have no clue what Dragon's Breath does. Like the item. Oh, I see fish. I see fish, I grab. This is how I defeat the food shortage. I'm the only one who is not going to be starving. Or one out of like 5 people who's not going to be starving. We have so many people who fish, but so many starving people. It is still so funny to me that right now, all of the training this Breloom has had was in battles against fishing Pokemon. It started at like level 22. That's just how much fishing I've done. A wallet inspector, the loan shark. Yeah, I like that idea, Xardio. We need loan sharks. I'm starting a loaning business. Like, I loaned 2 stacks of camp coins to Macula yesterday, and I got 3 back. That's how we do business around here. All because he wanted to gamble to make his money back. I don't gamble, I invest. I even made it very clear that I'd take his kneecaps if he wasn't gonna pay back. Exactly. I mean, how would it be illegal if it was very clear from the beginning? It's honestly more honest than the pyramids when you think about it. Also, I don't know why, but right now the fish don't despawn immediately, which is such a blessing. Because normally it despawns immediately. Exactly. I don't know how motivated I'm gonna feel when it comes to streaming today, but I might stream after dinner potentially. But I might also just take some time to edit to finally to free a bit more space on my hard drive before hopping back on. I don't know. I might stream again. Oh no, I feel like it might be a bit boring considering that I'm probably gonna be mainly cooking more fishing bait because once again, we don't know what happened to most of the bait we already had. Oh, out of bait. Next time for next. Well, the last deck I've got on me. And from what I heard, there's not a ton left back at the main base. Oh, I have plenty of berries. It's really like the main limiting factor, and we also have like. We have a moss farm too. It's like the main limiting factor is honey, really. Like that's what's been the main issue. So like that's really what we're trying to solve. Also, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna see if there's one I can raid. Probably. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look. Like I said, maybe I'll hop on later, maybe not. I might stream again later today, maybe not. I'm gonna see. They're almost certainly gonna be back tomorrow though. Do I have someone? Okay, since we were talking about quite a bit about champions, actually, I have a favor to repay to Aqua, so I'm gonna raid him today. Yeah, see you guys later. Oh, I see. Oh, he's trying out Mega Electros. That's actually pretty interesting. Yeah. See you guys next time.